Hi everyone, Charissa here. Thanks for joining our online service today. How have you been finding this strange time of isolation? For me, it's actually been a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, I've very much enjoyed feeling quite refreshed that a lot of the busyness of my schedule has slowed and I've just had some time to stop and reflect, and that's actually been really nice. On the other hand, as a massive extrovert, I've certainly found it challenging not being able to see friends and family in person as much as I previously did. So I guess for me it's been a bit of good and a bit of bad. I'm definitely looking forward to catching up with you all in person again in a few weeks as restrictions ease and we think about starting to meet together again. But in the meantime, I'm very grateful for the technology that we have that allows us still to meet even though we're not actually physically together. In today's service, you can expect a few songs that we'll sing together, including a great family-friendly song to get all the kids involved. And if you don't have kids, it's still a lot of fun to get up and sing and dance anyway. There'll be a creative spot focusing on today's talk. Then we will do the Bible reading and the talk. And the I am statement that we are going to be looking at today is when Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And that should be a really good talk for us today. We'll finish off with a few more songs, and then it would be great for you guys to discuss in your families or with friends in your growth group about what you have been challenged by from this service as well. Before we get into all of that, I'd just like to pray. Heavenly Father, we praise you that you are a good God. We thank you that amidst much uncertainty right now, we can trust you because you are in control. We thank you that even though things are a bit different at the moment, you've given us wonderful technology to allow us to still worship you together, even though we're meeting in our individual homes. Thank you that today we can hear your word read and taught to us, and I pray you'll open all of our hearts and minds to hear your message. Please give us understanding, and please challenge and convict us all. We're sorry when we seek life any place but you, and we ask that you turn our hearts from seeking idols to instead seek Jesus, who is the only way, truth, and life. Amen. Just before we do get into those songs, we're going to see a short video update from one of our ministry partners, Steve Manders, in Japan.
Steve Manders here in Japan, standing in front of Mikasa Christ Church. It's been nearly 2 months since we've been able to come into this building for worship because of the coronavirus. It's good to be back with people. Of course, I'll be wearing a mask. I will be sitting apart, and I would have washed my hands before I go in. The biggest challenge for us in the last couple of months has been how to stay connected with people. We have a rural congregation. We have an elderly congregation, many of whom do not own computers. Many of them don't even own smartphones. We have not been able to go online. It's where texts, it's where phone calls, it's where letters, it's where standing across the street and talking to people from that distance has meant the difference between staying connected and a very lonely couple of months. Continue to pray for us as we look at ways of how to reopen the church and reconnect with many of these people face to face. Thank you for your prayers, we thank you for your encouragement. And we hope to see you next year when we're on home assignment. Later.